race isn't stopping in Cobb County, Georgia. Mike Lowell is with us, and he knows a hitter when he sees one, and that is Matt Olson. Now, as better odds than Shohei to be the home run leader, Sports Illustrated said he is mashing his way into the MVP conversation.
Yeah.
Yes?
Oh, he's there.
No, he's right there.
They're going to steal votes.
They are.
They might hurt each other.
It's funny. That's a scam,
right.
by the way, stealing votes.
You have two pair.
Either vote for me or don't.
Well, they don't nominate us.
You have two pair of teammates that are battling, Acuna and Olson, and Freeman and Betts. Good morning, Mike Lowell.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, guys.
What? I haven't seen you in forever.
No, 100
You've been
RBIs,
spearfishing some lobster. Tell them.
No, not spear. Florida, we can't spear.
Oh, my
We
bad.
gotta net them, but yes. I just threw him under the. No, we don't spear him in
Don't
Florida.
come for us, okay? You didn't hear that. August 9th, 100 RBI.
I know, ridiculous. I mean, that lineup is so deep, but you still need the guy that has the ability to bring him in. You can put him on. Yankees have been putting him on. Blue Jays have been putting him on. They don't bring him in. Braves are stacked.
I was just thinking of what Robert said the other day. We were watching Michael Harris. He goes, he bats ninth. Oh, in terms of most dynamic offenses.
I said that I was fortunate to be a utility guy on the 2003 Braves, and I thought that was the best offensive team I ever saw in my life. I mean, Javi Lopez had 43, hitting like seventh. Vinny Castilla at the bottom of the order. Guys were killing it. But then you look at this. It's August 9th. So I was like, Nays, fewest games to 100 ribbies, Braves history. First off, you know who did well for himself back in the day? Eddie Matthews. Look at that son.
Fourth button.
Fourth button. 2006, Andrew Jones. So Matt Olson, to come over, honestly, and replace an icon in Freddie Freeman, and for both of them to kind of be succeed, they're both battling for the MVP.
Remember his dad said, because they're Georgia guys, he goes, good luck.
You know he dealt with a lot. He dealt with a lot last year.
You get the sense that
he's handled it like a champ. He is like the perfect.
We missed it last year, but you get the sense that we could be on a Dodgers-Braves collision course. So,
kind of looks that way.
That won't be a bad thing.
shout out to Stu Gott's collision course. Okay, let's talk about the Tampa Bay Rays, okay? Because they got some bad news. First of all, Tyler Glasnow, he's been hobbling, and he got an injection in his back, which sounds awful. But then Kevin Cash saying yesterday that it's highly unlikely that Shane McClanahan is going to pitch in 2023. He left his last start, I believe it was against the Yankees, complaining with some forearm tightness. And this is a MASH unit, D-Row. I mean, this is. They are having to withstand a tremendous amount of injuries in their rotation and in the bullpen.
This is. I feel terrible for Shane McClanahan. I feel terrible for the Tampa Bay Rays. They're going to say all the right things, and if anyone can figure out how to piece it together, Nays, where are they going? Zach Littell, bullpen weaponry. Hopefully, Glasnow comes back. Zach Eflin's been a revelation for them.
We forget how good Drew Rasmussen was.
I don't know how you cover them.
Yeah.
I don't know. They'll piece it together and find a way to probably sneak into the postseason because offensively, Yandy Diaz has taken the next step, but Mikey.
Taj Bradley's probably going to be back.
They're going to have to lean on him a lot. But what I fear is there's a lot of TJs on that list out of the five. It's potentially 4 to 5. What happens next year? Like, you're not out for 90 days.
We don't know what Shane McClanahan.
He's had it before.
And he had it.
He got drafted in the first round.
He had it about 7 years ago. And I was listening on MLB Network Radio this morning. They're saying that 7 years is kind of like
that window.
The shelf
that's
life.
kind of like the warranty, so to speak, on Tommy John.
We had dreams of Shane and Glasnow and Eflin in a 5-game series.
He was battling for a Cy Young.
Yeah, he was. Perhaps that won't be the case. A little change of scenery for Jorge Soler does a body good. He had been batting second, and the Marlins were collectively hitting .244. So Skip Schumacher says, you know what? Let's mix it up. Lead off. Bam. 3 for 3.
Mike, what if they came to you and said,
is there something
you're leading off tonight?
I think I would like it. I like the
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind, but I don't have pop like what we're seeing now. I think Cora started with Mookie Betts when he said, you know what? I want the first pitch of the game to make that pitcher feel like he cannot make a mistake.
Yes.
So I think it started there. Now you look at Kyle Schwarber leads off, Adley Rutschman's leading off.
Acuna.
Yeah, the non-traditional guys leading off, but you know what? One swing. Acuna yesterday, second pitch of the game, boom, got him.
1-0.
You don't think they feel like their backs against the wall right away?
AJ
I kind of
Hinch
like
had
the
the
move.
same with George Springer.
George
That's
Springer.
where I've
He said, "I
never
wanna
forget.
smack you in the mouth."
He goes, I want to create energy
Yeah.
from the first pitch of the game. They had to do something. They've limped out of the break.
Yeah.
They have played so well all year. Skip Schumacher,
Done a great job.
rattle in the cage. He's done an amazing job. Soler said he feels comfortable there, too. It was a big win last night.
Yeah, they needed it. They needed it. I mean, they have definitely come limping out of the break.
Say
You
it.
take a look at the National League wild card standings right now.
They're in the
Look at that,
fight.
half a game.
They're in the fight. Look at the Cubbies. Go.
Yeah. The Diamondbacks lost to the Dodgers last night, but I mean, I love that lineup. Hopefully they can find a way to kind of galvanize things, but so far they have definitely been struggling post All-Star break. The Texas Rangers, meantime.
Giants.
Remember the Rangers? They limped into the All-Star break, but since then they have caught fire and they made the big move to get Max Scherzer. Since then, they have won 8 in a row. They won last night in Oakland. They matched their season win total from all of last year. Scherzer was excellent. What are you seeing from the Rangers right now, D-Row?
Corey Seager reminds me of Kyle Tucker. They don't bring a lot of attention.
don't speak?
They don't bring a lot of attention to
never heard them
themselves. And
talk.
every highlight, they're hitting a bomb.
Yeah.
Their offense, it doesn't matter if they give up a 3 spot. Their pitching staff knows if we hold them at bay, we're coming back. You add Max Scherzer, who's reinvigorated right there. They'll be able to cover the Josh Young injury with Ezekiel Duran for a little bit. As long as that Joker stays healthy, I know they got to give him a few days with the thumb. The lineup doesn't quit. For me right now, it's. We had this conversation.
Yeah.
Does the ALCS one of the guys coming out of Texas? And I would say yes.
Yeah. It's going to be, and do you think, and Mike Lowe, let me ask you this. How big of a difference, or how much does it matter for like the playoffs and the postseason run for who wins the division?
Now it's huge.
Yeah.
I don't think it made such a big deal before when there was one wild card because you didn't get the day off, and sometimes that wild card team is the hottest team in the league at that time when the postseason starts. Here, you win the division, you have the best record.
Yeah.
You kind of sit back and be like, okay, beat each other up for 3 days, and now my 1 is going up against your 4 or your 3.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Make a difference.
There is a huge onus on winning the division, which leads me to get rid of divisions. Because it hurts me that you have the second best record in the American League and you're going to be the wild card team. You got to play 3 games.
No, that's true.
Let's go. First 6 records. Let's go. Balanced schedule we took away. 6 best
really?
teams.
You've been thinking about this.
Yes.
Well, remember the
Great.
Giants and the Dodgers won 106 and 107.
And the Dodgers had to play 1 game.
One game.
They won, but, you know.